Hey there, welcome once again. This is Stryker. I'm on the USS Stennis in the Mediterranean off the coast of Egypt. Sitting in a cold and dark Hornet here on the Foria server. Let's get this thing started. You turn on my flashlight and get the battery turned on. Over here on the left side, we're going to turn on the APU. Let that start to spool up. See what else I'm going to set. Get that out of the way, and let's go back down here and crank engine right once that green light comes on next to the APU. There it is. All right, right engine crank. While that comes on, let's get things set. Radar altimeter, turn on my MFDs to nighttime. This is a nighttime operation. Get the HUD turned on. Turn on the radar and start aligning the INS for CV since we're on the carrier. All right, once we get up to 25 RPM, I push the throttle up to the idle position. And now we go left.
Roll left, roll left.
Engine crank, turn on the oxygen generator. Turn down the radar warning receiver and the weapons sounds, because weapons can be pretty loud with the Sidewinder. Everything's coming up. Let's get these console lights on so I can see what I'm doing. All right, turn that on to night vision mode. There we go. See things a little bit better now. Going to do my flap test next.
Flap test.
Testing flaps.
As you can see, I like to do audio or voice command for that because there's two buttons I need to hit simultaneously, kind of difficult to do with point control. Canopy's down, and let's start setting up IFF. Set the stored INS so that we can get that up and running quicker. Data link, INS, ILS are all set. Set the radar altimeter to 60 feet. All right, turn on radar warning receiver and countermeasures. Get those things warming up. See where we're going to be going today. Let's go to this base right here. Yeah, it looks like we have some good stuff sitting there. An SA-15, I see. So let's help the others by taking that out. Not a whole lot of people on the server yet, since this is a fresh server start. Just started up a few minutes ago. So typical loadouts I like to take on SEAD or DEED missions are 4 AMRAAMs, 2 AIM-9Xs, 2 HARMs, and a rack with 3 TALDs. The TALDs are great at distracting enemy missiles that want to shoot down my missiles, such as the SA-15 or SA-11, SA-10. So good stuff.
Request refueling.
All right, well, that's going on. Let's see what's going on over
Copy.
here. Yep. Get the waypoint set properly. What was that again? 3? Yep.
Fueling complete.
All right, look at the countermeasure programs done. So what I'd like to do for program 1, which is backwards on my throttle, is I do 4 flares, each at 0.5 second release. No chaff. And then for program 5, which is forward on my throttle switch, is 4 chaff, 0.75 seconds each. Got to set takeoff trim and make sure that I get it set over here. Usually do about a setting of 16. Arm the seat. All right, it's a night mission, so I'm going to need my NVGs. Get the ground crew to take care of that.
Copy.
So the NVGs that we have
NVG
here,
installed.
this is the unmodded version that you're going to see tonight. You can see the little circular NVG view and the rest of the cockpit view elsewhere. When I'm running on the Vario Aero using dynamic foveated rendering, it in the headset looks like a bit of a mess
Remove the wheel chocks.
because I can see a kind of a dark green
Copy.
square where the high focus
Wheel chocks
area
are
is.
now removed.
And yeah, so it's very distracting. In future videos, when I'm flying on the Foria servers, I use a mod that gets rid of all of that. It's just easier, a little bit more enjoyable. It's close enough to realism for me. I'm happy, but it also gives me quality of life improvement. So, all right, so get my radar set up for my 2 missiles, the AMRAAMs and the Sidewinders. Get the harm ready to go. In target of opportunity mode, I'm going to do hostile only. Yeah, the thing to remember is that if you don't set that, your harm display is going to show all emitters that are out there. That includes friendly. I've actually seen people shooting harms at friendly emitters, probably because they did not change the harm view to only show hostile. Turn off the parking brake. Check left and right. Good to go. Lonely carrier deck tonight. I'm going to taxi over to Cat 1. I'm going to shift my view a little bit more to the left so that you are seeing everything from my right eye. It looks much better in the recordings. I'm offset a little bit when I'm flying in VR, but it's not that bad. All right, let's get those wings out, unfolded and locked in place, and taxi on to Cat 1. All right, stop. Launch bar down. Just kind of lowering the HUD brightness a bit. Still kind of bright. I'll fix it later, I think. All right, taxi forward. All right, we're good. Change the radio up to radio station 9, which is the carrier frequency on COM 2. Come to attention. Okay, raise the launch bar. That locks it in place on the shuttle, and it'll pop up once we are airborne. All right, there's a shooter telling us to rev the engines up to full military. I think I pushed in some afterburners for tonight since we're really close to the coast. I think it's about 30, 40 miles away. All right, salute and let's get going. Off into the black.
411, airborne.
In VR, this is
Radar contact, altimeter 2992.
this is quite the experience. Everything is just black all around you, inky darkness. All you see is the green glow from your instruments and the HUD. It's a lot of fun. And there's the coast way over there off to the left. Let's start climbing here, get some airspeed, get some altitude.
Passing 2.5 kilo.
All right, so I'm going to be...
411, clear to switch.
Since I'm going to be doing, I'm going after the SA-15, I'm going to key in its launch code, or the harm code on the upfront controller. That's 119. That way I can do target, pre-brief mode, which is what I like to do. gets the missile off at the target much further away. Does a nice climb up into the air and comes down. Kind of bypasses obstacles in the way that you can run into with handoff in target of opportunity mode. So what I like to do in pre-brief mode, in target of opportunity mode is use the harm seeker to locate the target that I'm looking for. So tonight I'm looking for an SA-15, right? So we'll see the box on the HUD around where the emitter is. And when I see that, yeah, it's the SA-15 confirmed on the harm view, I do sensor control switch up, and that puts the HUD as soy. Depress the TDC, and then I position the cursor within that box. Once it's nice and centered in the box, I'll depress it again, and that is now the target for my harm when I launch it in pre-brief mode. This is a far more effective way of dealing with these SAMs. All right, so I'm going to throw out 3 TALDs, get some altitude, and send them on their way towards the target, maybe around 18 to 20 miles from the target. SA-15's got a really short range. If there's other types of launchers in the area that have much longer range, then we need to do this further out. All right. I think 18 miles should be good. Throw some TALDs out here in a sec, and then we'll take an offset to the left. There we go. Okay, so we'll offset left here, get into our harm display. Because we're pretty close, I'm going to do a harm pull-up mode instead of aircraft. When I'm shooting from about 40 miles out or further, I'll do an aircraft pull-up mode instead of harm pull-up. So we'll just circle around until we get back facing where that SA-15 is. What I like to do is confirm one more time that I'm on target. So I'll go back into target of opportunity mode. Make sure it's there still emitting, and then I'll quickly pop over to pre-brief mode and send a harm on its way. All right, getting close here. This TALD should be pretty close. Let's see. Let's make sure that SA-15 is still active and where it should be. All right, there it is. Switch over to it. Yep, that's where I want it. All right, pre-briefed. And we'll hit the weapon release button, pull up slightly. Get a harm down range. There we go. Once again, offset to left away from the target so we're not overflying it. I want to see if I can see if the SA-15 is going to try shooting it down or not. Usually with the night vision goggles you can see it a little bit, but still far away. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it. No. All right, well, we got it. Shack 1 SA-15.
Shack SA-15 at waypoint 3.
It's always good to let the others know that you're working a target in one of the waypoints. I can get the helo guys in or the A-10s rolling in. They don't have to really worry about SAMs in that area. I did see an SA-19 pop up on the harm display, so let's come back around and see if I can track that down. If not, there's there's plenty of other emitters in the area. Things are pretty packed in along this part of the map. I can always use that harm on one of the other bases. So go back into target of opportunity mode, use that harm as a seeker. All right, there's the say 19 harm code. And there we go. Let's get centered up and see what's there, if anything. Search radar. There we go. That's it. So pull over that way, move the TDC over into that. Oh no, actually, I'm just going to do a handoff this time. We're pretty close. Look at that. We're about 10 miles out. That is good enough. Magnum, offset right.
Magnum SA-19, waypoint 3.
Alright, well, can't really see anything in weapon view, so let's, there we go. Yeah. Got it. Get air-to-air mode. All my air-to-ground ordnance is expended.
Looks like waypoint 3 should have all of its missile air defenses down.
Yeah, and let everyone else know. So, beautiful map. The night lighting on this is really, really cool. Look at that. It's amazing just to see the daytime stuff on the Sinai map is just breathtaking. I absolutely love this map. The Foria server is really cool. They've got some neat side missions that come up. It's a lot of fun. I just have so much fun running on the Foria servers. So I wind up orbiting around for quite a bit and really don't get any air contacts coming up. It's early in the game, it's nighttime, so there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of enemy fighters going on. So I fly around a bit. I'm not going to bore everyone with it, but just kind of take in the view here for a second. And then I head back to the boat to rearm. Pretty cool. Look at that. But yeah, nothing really going on. There's the air base that I just hit down there. Kind of that dark area. We're way up above SA-15 range. SA-15s can do about 22,000 feet, I think. Around 25. But there's nothing over the base that I took out all the SAMs there. So now we can get someone else rolling in for that. Anyway, let's end this part here, and I'm going to go and hit the boat.
Marshall 411, marking Moms 128, 421, Angels 24, State 6.9.
4 411, Courage Marshall, Base 3 recovery, CV1 approach, expect final bearing 248, altimeter is 2953, 411, Marshall Motors, 68, radio, 21, DME Angels, 6, expected approach time is 29.
411, DME Angels 21, expected approach time is 0. Approach button is 15.
411, read back correct.
All right, well, now we know where we need to go, so let's head out to the carrier. It's pretty close. It's not going to take me too long to get on the radial and start heading in. On these servers, I don't wait for the push time. I just, once I get set up, I do a call on established and commencing, all the good stuff.
Established Angels 4.5, state 6.2.
411, Roger, state 62.
411, checking in 15 miles.
411, approach, final bearing 248.
Platform.
411, platform.
I got to call this again here because it didn't take.
Platform.
411, platform.
411, roger.
All right, so I was going to fly this all the way in using ACLS, which I do successfully get engaged. But as I get close to the boat, you'll see I keep drifting off to the right, and so I have to paddle out and try to bring it in manually, which typically is not
411, fly bullseye.
411,
typically is not a big issue for me. But I'm temporarily using my real simulator force joystick base in a side stick configuration, just because my Virpil CM2 base is in for repair. There's some problem with the sensor on the y-axis. It keeps coming out of alignment when I pull back on the stick to the left. It's been a real nightmare for me. So anyway, I'm flying with this, and I get I have a tough time at times flying with this because my muscle memory.
411, final radar contact, 8 miles.
You know, my muscle memory is way different
411.
than what I am having to do. So I come in, and you'll see, it was a bit of fun. All right, so here we are. We're getting really close. We're about 1.5 miles out. Start seeing the carrier lights up ahead. There's some bug in the current multi-thread version where the lights are really bad, especially the laser positioning system. But as you can see, there's a little tadpole that's
411, on bypass, on course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball.
which is where the aircraft should be going, but that's way off to the left. So I paddle out and take manual control here. And there we are, and I'm just too light on it, and off I go. So my first bolter, I go around and I try kind of just a shorter version, or I go about 3 miles behind the ship, come back in and try again. I bolter that one, and so I wind up I think I try one more time, and then I'm just going to do a case one, and let's see how that goes. I'll see if I can give you the highlight reel here. All right, here we are back on final once again. I dimmed the HUD down because it's a little bit distracting with it so bright. Lined up nicely. On speed, everything's good.
Hornet ball.
411. Hornet ball. 1.8.
Roger ball. Fly the ball.
Fly the ball.
You're on glide slope.
Yeah, I was coming in low here. And then off I go. Missed it. All right, let's try this again. All right, so here we are. I'm going to do my final break in to get into the groove. This is a little bit of an extended case one. I didn't want to cut it super close. Let's bring it around and get this thing down already, right? It's over there somewhere. It is dark. Okay. I'm kind of like physically leaning in my seat, so my HUD's a little bit offset. No stress. All right, we got this. There's the ball. You can kind of see it, and we're getting there. I think we're good. Line up a little bit more to the right. Okay, bring it back to the right. There we go.
You're on glide slope.
We got this.
You're on center line. You're on glide slope.
Ball's good. Lineup's good. A little bit high. Just easing it down. There we go. Look at that. Good stuff. Still a little low, but hey, I got her down, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun flying. Again, the Sinai map is amazing. The night missions are a lot of fun. And I'll definitely post some more videos of my Sinai adventures on the Foria server. Foria server is awesome stuff. I love flying on it. It's so much fun. I can hop in and get a mission done in 30 minutes. Well, thanks for joining me tonight and flying along to see what it's like. See you later.